So people, welcome. In this video we want to look at what after cataract is, right? So basically after a cataract surgery you can assume, so it is called a secondary cataract. This person gets cataract again, okay? So basically what is cataract? It is opacification of the lens. So the lens will become opaque. So what they will do, usually they will remove this God-given lens and they will insert something called as an intraocular lens, which is an artificial lens. So here usually they will retain this capsule. Okay, so the capsule, whatever is there, they will retain it, right? So what they will do, they will retain this capsule and inside it they will remove the contents, right? The lens, God-given lens, the content they will remove and they will insert this artificial lens. Okay, after this also, the person still has cataract, opacity of the lens. Why exactly he is not able to see? So basically what happens is, after the cataract surgery, a secondary cataract will be there. Either it is persisting, even after the surgery this cataract is persisting, or this develops after the surgery. So surgery was fine and after that it is developing, or even it can persist after the surgery. Okay, so immediately after the surgery some things are left behind basically. So let us look at the causes. Okay, so basically this is the this is for the persisting kind. Persisting kind means what? Some residual matter is left there only. Even after the surgery, they didn't probably get to remove these opaque lens matter. Some residual lens matter is remaining here. Okay, so some residual opaque lens matter is still there between the anterior and remaining part of the anterior and the posterior capsule. And this opaque lens matter is still remaining, okay, and this lens matter can be surrounded by fibrin or it can be surrounded by blood, okay. So this is one of the cause. The other cause is development. It develops after the operation. Now let us see. So after the operation, develops means after the operation this patient is able to see fine, right, but then it is going to again start becoming bad vision because it starts developing again. Why does it develop? Because of left out anterior epithelial cells in the capsular bag. These cells which are still left out, they develop cataract. That means now they are becoming opaque, okay. So the proliferative hyaline bands may sweep across the whole posterior capsule. Usually they talk more about the posterior capsule, okay. So here this posterior capsule which is there, right, you can see that posterior capsule there. So this posterior capsule develops cataract, okay. So did you understand? Okay. So basically what are they saying here? Proliferative hyaline bands may sweep across the whole posterior capsule, okay. Some hyaline bands across the whole posterior capsule. Now what are the types? Now there are some clinical types of after cataract or secondary cataract. Types they are saying so they are saying dense membranous. All these are posterior capsule opacification, dense membranous after cataract, or Somering's cataract, okay, Somering's ring, okay. This is Somering's, there is another E here, S-O-E it is, Somering's ring, okay, Somering's ring, you can see here. And then Elschnig's pearls, so nice pearls, okay, Elschnig's pearls, okay. So what are the three types? You have dense membranous after cataract, Somering's ring, and Elschnig's pearls. See, they are giving you a finger ring and they are giving you some pearls, so it should be really beautiful, okay. But it isn't, yeah, you cannot see it all. So what and all are the types here? Dense membranous after cataract or Somering's ring, which refers to thick ring of after cataract formed behind the iris, enclosed between two layers of the capsule, or Elschnig's pearls, in which the vacuolated subcapsular epithelial cells, these are vacuolated subcapsular epithelial cells, are clustered like soap bubbles along the posterior capsule. I like this, whatever they are saying, I like it. Vacuolated subcapsular epithelial cells are clustered like soap bubbles, full of vacuole, right? And where are they? Along the posterior capsule. Okay. Any other word missing here? No. What about Somering's ring? That ring is behind the iris. It is a thick ring. It's a thick ring of after cataract formed behind the iris. Okay. Everything is posterior only. You can write of posterior, behind the ring, all that. Okay. So what are the three types? The three types are dense membranous after cataract, Somering's ring, and Elschnick's pearls. Yes. Okay. So now let us move on to the treatment of after cataract. Treatment of after cataract. So treatment, basically the posterior capsule is having the problem, right? So thin membranous after cataract and thickened posterior capsule are best treated by YAG laser capsulotomy. Okay, so what are you treating it with? YAG laser capsulotomy. So you will put a laser and you will treat this posterior capsule issue. Okay, so that's pretty clear here. So here you have the posterior capsule. So this is the eye. Okay. And here you have the posterior capsule behind this intraocular lens. You can see the intraocular lens here, right? It's pretty clear. The intraocular lens is here, right? So behind that posterior capsule opacity, you're giving laser beam and you're doing what? Capsulotomy. Okay. It's not, you're not removing the capsule. It's a lotomy. Just making a hole in that kind of a thing. Capsulotomy. Or there is something called as discussion with cystitome or Ziegler's knife. Okay, interesting. Basically, this discussion is not discussion. See, discussion spelling will be what? Discussion. Almost the same, just an IU. That's all is the difference. Here, basically, they are making a hole. Look at this, an incision. Okay, an incision of the capsule, okay, with cystitome or Ziegler's knife, What is this? So basically it's all an or, okay. They will either use, see, treat it with YAG laser capsulotomy or dissection with cystitome or Ziegler knife. This is a cystitome. Okay, and this one is a Ziegler's knife. Okay. How's it going? Does it look scary? Basically, a thin membranous after cataract or a thickened posterior capsule is best treated with YAG laser capsulotomy or dissection with cystitome or Ziegler knife. Okay. Now, what if it is a dense membranous after cataract? If it is a dense membranous, so there are four. So that they are saying it is thin, then they are saying it is dense. If it is dense, then you need surgical membranectomy. Let's look at that. So this is for one of the things. Okay. Then they are saying if it is a dense membranous after cataract, then you will have to do a surgical membranectomy. Okay, we'll have to do a surgical membranectomy. So membranectomy, so kind of a removal, membranectomy. Then if it is a Somering's ring, after cataract with clean central posterior capsule, there is no need of treatment. Interesting, you know why? Because see here, anyways it is in the outside only, right? So they are saying if it is having a central part of it is clean, then there is no need of treatment. Then we like this one, Somering's ring. Then there is no treatment required because anyways it is the central part is clear, only this peripheral part is having problem. Okay. So no treatment required here. Then lastly they are saying if it is Elschnick's pearls, Okay, if it this L-Schnick pearls and they involve the central part of the posterior capsule, again you will use YAG laser capsulotomy or decision with cystitome. Same thing. Okay. Nice. Okay. So if it is Sommer ring, if central part is clear, no treatment. If central part is clear, okay. And what about L-Schnick's pearl? So L-Schnick's pearls, so again same thing, YAG laser capsulotomy or discussion, not discussion, discussion with cystitome. Okay, that is nothing but this one, cystitome. So concept, did you understand? Basically, what is having problem? The problem is here in the posterior capsule. Here there is opacity. They're just removing that part. That's all. Okay. Guys, there are a lot of types of lasers which are used in ophthalmology. You can look at this one here, ND YAG laser, right? So its frequency is, its wavelength is 1064 nanometer. The atomic environment used is liquid, dry or solid sodium of yttrium aluminium garnet. That's why that YAG, yttrium aluminium garnet. We are using aluminium in this. Yttrium aluminium garnet and neodymium. Neodymium is that ND. So what is ND? Neodymium. Y is yttrium. A is just our aluminium, which we actually write Al, right, for aluminium, and G is garnet. So what are the effects that it produces? It produces photo disruption. That's what we want, right? We want it to disrupt the posterior capsule, a certain part of it. Photo disruption. So basically ionizes the electrons of the target tissue. So basically where will you use it? Capsulotomy for the thickened posterior capsule. So this is exactly what we want in after cataract, right? There are a lot of other uses of this laser. So this is that cystitome which we spoke about, right? Cystitome, capsulotome. Same thing, right? We already showed you this. You can just take a syringe and bend it. That's what they're saying. Disposable cystitome is prepared by bending the needle, right? That's all. What will you use it for? Capsulotomy, capsulorhexis, etc. If you look at the internet, this ND YAG laser, this garnet is, what is garnet? It's a mineral. It's a silicate mineral they are saying. Interesting. So let's take a quick recap and close this video. So after cataract surgery also people can get cataract. That's called a secondary cataract. This happens basically because of persistence of some opaque cells or development of cataract or opacity in the cells, okay, which are there. So basically causes persistence, that is residual opaque lens matter, or proliferative type of after cataract where the left out cells develop cataract later. Okay. So basically here in some more details if you want to say. So in persistence, what happens? The opaque lens matter are trapped between the anterior and posterior capsule. They are surrounded by fibrin or even by blood in case of hyphema. Following hyphema, proliferative type, what will happen? The left out cells will develop cataract. There can be proliferative hyaline bands which will sweep across the whole of the posterior capsule. So what are the types of after cataract? You have the thin, actually, which they didn't mention here, but there they have mentioned in the treatment. You have the dense membranous after cataract, Sommering's ring. Okay, then you have L-Schnick's pearls. This one, L-Schnick's pearls, vacuolated subcapsular epithelial cells clustered like soap bubbles along the posterior capsule. Soap bubble, vacuolated, all these terms you have to remember. What is vacuolated? The subcapsular epithelial cells clustered like soap bubble. What is the treatment? YAG laser, so capsulotomy, not lectomy, capsulotomy. You can also use the cystitome or Ziegler's knife, okay, Then you can do surgical membranectomy if it is dense. If it is Sommer ring, then no need of treatment if the central part is clear. In Elschnick's pearls, same thing, YAG laser, capsulotomy and dissection with Cysti2. Basically, this is again if the pearls are in the central part. Okay. That's all guys. We have learnt another thing today, that is after cataract, secondary cataract. Bye bye.